Hey you guys, thanks for joining me. This is going to be a quick one. I just want to pop on and something that's kind of on my spirit right now. I've made quite a few videos lately discussing addiction and narcissism and lots of different things, and I have lots more videos to come, but really quickly today, I just kind of want to get this out there. I know that at some point in time in every human being's life, we get to a point where we may start filling up with self-doubt, feel small, insignificant, lost. What's the point? What's this really all about? What's my real purpose? Or robotic, get lost in the monotony of everyday life. The older people say that a lot. I used to hear my mother say it sometimes when I was younger, and a lot more full of gusto and energy, and I was going to conquer the world. And a lot of things that I set my mind to, I actually did. Things that she had either no desire to do, or said, I would be too tired to do that. She just didn't accomplish. She just didn't go that route. But as we get older, yes, naturally, a lot of that gusto simmers down. Our body changes, our thoughts change, our, life can beat up on us. We go through a lot. By the time we reach middle age, even 30, 40, we've seen some things. We've gone through some losses, perhaps some tragedies. Life can beat up on us. Perhaps we've gone through divorces or, different career changes. And we can get to a point, especially going into our 40s and 50s, I would assume. I guess it happens at different times for different people. Maybe some people at 30. Where I guess that's what they call the midlife crisis. Where we really do begin to look up and go, oh my God, I feel differently. All the things I once thought mattered, do they really matter? All the things that I had once intended to, do or thought were so important, and I, was going to do this and that. And we really look up and start to evaluate that. Where has my time gone? Where am I going? What have I accomplished here? What's my purpose here? We really do start to take inventory of everything around us. That's very normal. But I just want to kind of put this out there. Yes, I get those feelings a lot. And I thought about it for most of my life. I had this awareness, especially, I've had it for most of my life, but it increased as I got older. The thought of, just a mindfulness and an awareness of, I don't want my life to pass by without taking notice, without taking inventory, without accomplishing certain things, being aware and mindful, because I would observe the lives around me, even as a teenager, on into my 20s and 30s. I would observe the people who have come before me. What happened to my parents? What happened to older siblings? What happened to friends? I would observe these things. People who went down certain paths and would say, listen, don't take your life for granted. Don't take a day for granted. Don't, make good choices. Think about really what it is you want to spend your time doing, because life goes fast. I would listen to those things, and I always sort of had that in my awareness. Even though I may have gotten off on the wrong path a lot of times, distracted, I've made bad choices, I've done that sometimes in my life, but I still always kept that in my awareness. That I'm not going to just fuck this off. I'm not going to I don't want to wake up one day full of regret. To me, that's one of my worst fears, is waking up in my late 50s, 60s, 70s, looking back on a lifetime of things that I didn't pursue, that I didn't do, that I didn't take time to do, that I was too scared to do, too ashamed to do. All of those things. I don't want to. That's one of my worst fears. And I am approaching 46 this summer, and I'm already getting twinges of those types of regrets, okay? But the way I look at it is, it's never too late. It is never too late to change our awareness, our thinking, and, whatever reason Whether it's I couldn't set enough boundaries with others, whether it was I didn't have good time management, whatever the cause is, I need to evaluate that. What is it that I want time to do? What is it that fulfills me? How do I want to spend my time? What is going to be fulfilling for me? And I know I live in the real world. Yeah, we got to make a living. A lot of times we don't have time to pick and choose. We don't have the damn luxury of doing whatever we want to do and whatever's fulfilling for us because we have kids to feed. We have families to take care of. Yeah, we live in the real world here. I understand that. I'm a realist all day, okay? I am. But on the flip side of that, I just want to put this out there. That no matter how small, no matter how insignificant you feel, just remember that whatever it is you're trying to pursue, whatever your dream, your goal, hang on to those things. And don't let people get in the way of it. Life in general will try to distract you. People will try to distract you. You have to be very mindful. You have to be aware. Yes, you have to have good boundaries. You have to be willing sometimes to make sacrifices or hurt other people, let them down, and say no in order to stay true to what it is you're trying to accomplish, okay? And so sometimes we get it in our head that, oh, there's nothing I could possibly say that hasn't already been said. Why make this video? You know, we get it in our head that say you want to make YouTube videos, or say you want to have a channel, or say you want to start up a restaurant, or you have any kind of idea or passion that you have. A lot of times, yes, there are going to be those feelings of self-doubt. Why should I do that? 9,000 other people have made videos on this particular topic. Oh, and they're much better than mine. There are professionals on here. There are doctors on here. There are people with all kinds of great cameras and equipment and wonderful editing. And why should I make a video on that topic when there are 9,000 other videos on that topic that are probably more well said and displayed than mine? Why should I even try to open a restaurant? Why should I push forward with my idea? Let me tell you something. For all the people that turn you down, for all the people that overlook you, for all of those that aren't interested or reject you or try to shame you or distract you or discourage you from your idea, your goal, your dream, whatever it is you're trying to pursue. For all of those people, there will always be someone who needs to hear what you have to say. Okay? The main point I want to drive at is that not everybody receives things in the same way. Say you go on YouTube and you want to search for information about whatever, relationships or cats and dogs, who cares, anything. And you pull up a list, there's thousands of different videos on these topics, and you click on a couple of them and you're listening, and the person, say it's about love life, relationships. The first couple of videos, the person talking, they might have good information, but the way they are coming, their energy, something about the way they are presenting it to you, it just isn't, it isn't reaching you on your particular level. It isn't reaching you. Certain words, certain tone, certain body language, something about their energy, it just doesn't do it for you, and you click off of that and you move on. And then you run across a video that it may not even be as well presented as the other one. It may just be some everyday old average person, but something about that person's energy stops you in your tracks. And something about the way they put it across that day in that video really grabs you, really moves you, okay? And that's what I'm getting at. I have had that happen to me so many times, where if it had not been for just the average everyday person that decided, you know what, I don't care about presentation, I don't care about fancy editing right now, I have something to say, I'm going to go ahead and record this video and put it up on YouTube or on Facebook. It's on my spirit to put it out there. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to share my story, I'm going to whatever. I can't tell you how much that has meant to me in the past. Finding average everyday people that were brave enough or whatever, that went ahead and didn't worry about what everybody else was going to be thinking about it, but they put out their story. They went ahead and spoke on the topic, or they went ahead and made the video they wanted to make. They put it on out there, and I ran across it. Somebody's watching, okay? Somebody needs what you have. That's my point. Somebody needs what you have to give. Absolutely. Somebody out there needs your perspective, the way you can tell it. That's the point, okay? So we can all bash ourselves and we can all go, wow, but so-and-so's videos or presentations are so much better and so much more insightful, or this, that, and the other. But the fact is, someone out there needs to hear it the way you are going to say it. Whatever it is you're trying to go after in life or trying to share, I mean, this doesn't just apply to making videos online or sharing things online. This applies to anything you're going after in your life. Career choices, hobbies, dreams that you have. Don't stop doing what you do. You have to keep your eyes on the target, because yes, so-and-so is going to say this and so-and-so is going to say that and all of these things, and that can come in. It's happened to me before. You can start hearing those things and it can change your path. It really can. A lot of people let that stop them, especially from doing things online. Okay, we're in the day and age of sharing a lot online, be it Facebook, social media, YouTube, whether you're making videos or whether you're doing photography, whether you're sharing pictures of food that you make or your garden or whatever, okay? Somebody out there, again, before I go, I want you to know, I am thankful for the people that go ahead and do those things, and they don't worry. They don't worry about what everybody else is saying. The people that are trying to shame them, or that's stupid, or knock them down, or discourage them, they don't worry about that. They focus on what makes them feel fulfilled, and they put that beauty out into the world. So what if it's not up to your particular standard or what have you? Trust me, listen to me, okay? Somebody out there wants to see it. Yep. Somebody out there is watching. Somebody out there thinks it's beautiful. Somebody out there will be interested. It will change somebody's whole day around. And then it will go from that person, and you'll see that another person's interested. And then it'll spread from there. So don't ever, ever let that deter you, okay? Do what you do. Stick to your dreams, your goals, your vision, your path. Because somebody out there needs it. They really do. Not everybody is going to receive it, okay? It won't be for everybody. But there are people that do need it. That's the whole thing. It's all about perception. It's all about energy. It's like, you've got people in the world that I personally don't care for extremes, because I'm such a mix of things, and I acknowledge all the parts of myself, not just the positives. I'm not into toxic positivity. Not just the positive and the kind and compassionate parts of myself. I also acknowledge the darker parts of myself, the flaws, the shadow, everything, the anger. I know how to get in touch with anger in a healthy way and use it as an energy form. Talk about that later. So I don't care for extremes, but there are people in this world who are not going to receive you, and that's okay. If you're coming across with a certain vibe. I like to mix it up personally. If I'm going to, I might be at a time where I'm hormonal, and that is a time where I get in touch with anger. I do so in a healthy manner. I express that shit. I use that shit as an energy. I'm very extreme at that time. And a lot of people might run across my videos at that time and go, whoa, we don't like that energy. She is so negative. She's so angry. Moving on. Hey, that's cool. I'm not for everybody. But at the same time, I flip it around, and when I kind of calm down off my hormones, I'm not always in that angry and intense vibe. If there are things to be addressed in that vibe, then that's authentic to me, and that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not always in that vibe. I have other energies, and, that's all a part of me. So I, of course, like to express those other energies too. Positive, loving, kindness, compassion, empathy. Absolutely. More inspirational videos and things like that. Absolutely. But what I'm getting at is people may run across your stuff and see just one thing and go, oh, or if you're too kind and compassionate in your videos or whatever you're putting out, if you're too mild and sweet, there may be people that run across that and go, oh, that's not for me. That chick, she can't bring it like I need to have it put down. I'm not trying to hear that. Next, that bores me. Hey, just saying, it happens. You're not going to be for everybody. You stay true to you. Be authentic to you. Whatever the hell is authentic to you, you keep going with that path. Okay? Because a lot of people do think about, well, if I'm going to have a channel or if I'm going to do certain things publicly, then I want to keep my audience happy. These are all things that we have to weigh out if we are trying to build a community, if we're trying to gain followers, if we're trying to become monetized. We kind of have to weigh all that out. And a lot of people, kind of jump through hoops to make the public, to figure out what it is that's going to be pleasing to everyone and what it is that's going to attract the most followers and yada, yada, yada. Okay. I am doing my thing. I will only speak on topics that are really moving to me, where I feel like I have something to bring to the table. I'm not going to jump through hoops to get monetized or to gain followers. I'm just not going to do it if it's not really authentic to me. I'm not saying I don't think about, as a business part of it, because some people look at YouTube like a job. And they're like, look, I'm not trying to put my soul into this. This is not a therapeutic thing for me. This is a job. I want to get on here. I want to make particular videos that will appeal to a certain crowd, draw them to my business. I'm a business person, and this is what I'm doing. Okay, that is okay too. But I'm just saying, we have to keep all this kind of stuff in mind. And really, it's just going to be up to you as the individual, what you're about. If it's about business, then you stay true to you and authentic to that, and you keep going with it. Whatever your business is and however you need to do it. If it is about you and you're doing this for whatever, emotional or therapeutic reasons, you're speaking on things, you want to reach people, and you're doing it in a certain vibe, then whatever is authentic to you, you keep with that, okay? Because you're going to have comments coming in from all over the place. And it's okay to accept criticisms. Yes, it's okay to learn and grow what your audience wants or, what the public is saying. It really all depends on who you are. I mean, most of the time, especially when I was on Facebook posting shit, I didn't care about all that. A lot of times I was just using it for my therapy. I would post what the hell I wanted to post, and it got the shit out of me, So it just all depends. It's a little different here on YouTube because we are trying to build a community, a lot of us with these channels. We're trying to interact with people, and we can always learn from others. So all I'm really saying is stay true to you, though. Don't let too much come in and influence you one way or the other. If you know there's a path you're going down and you know what you're trying to do, then you stick with that. Don't let too many people come in, this comment here and that comment there, and you shouldn't be doing this, and oh, I don't like your vibe, and da-da-da-da. Tough. They can move on. You stay, whatever you feel is authentic for you, because trust me, before I go, somebody out there needs it just like you've got it. They need what you can bring to the table. And yes, we can all help each other in our own little ways now. That's why, to me, internet is so great. Yes, we have to be careful, but in our own little ways now, we can all help each other. Just the average, everyday citizen. You never know who is going to have just what you needed to hear that day to help you that much more on what you were working on, to give you that much more of a boost or a little more insight. You never know who in this world, what you're going to run across that has that for you, or who is searching for just what you have to say today, or just what you have to post, what beauty you're putting into the world, what inspiration, or hell, just even a pissed off story. You never know. So stay true to you. Do what you do. Okay? Thank you.